Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Saints are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Cowboys offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Shift together here from the D-line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Cameron Brave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Slot man moves right. Time running out here on the play clock. A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to throw. Hodges. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Defense showing blitz. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. give. This is their fullback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down. Hodges, his throw incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Hodges. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Hodges caught by Snead over the middle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And Davis has it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the counter, Elliott looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Watching that party.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Watch right, watch right. Let's go. 1, 9,
On first down, Hodges. And Thomas has it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun. Hodges trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing again. Hodges. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Hodges. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Hodges. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A final shot before break. Hodges escaping the pressure right. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Lutz's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing on 1st down. Hodges. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Hodges drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Hodges. It's complete to Snead. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hodges flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Hodges. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Back down to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, it's Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Give to Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This will be taken short. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Looking to throw. Hodges. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go.
Off play action. Hodges. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Here we go.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Let's go.
From the gun, Hodges eluding the pressure right. Now that's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Snead's got it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Back to throw. Hodges, this will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On second down, Elliott. And he is knocked down from the side at the 17-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Cowboys on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They go to Elliott again. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 83 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. Put this one behind them. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Wells forced out to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. He stopped to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Set. Green, 30.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
To throw on 3rd down, Wells. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. The slot man in motion right. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add 1 more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.